same level, man. Fighter, I can't roll like you can, but I've never fought anybody without reach. So I've always took people down before I learned how to grapple.
Yeah,
just
you gotta pick a guy. What's like your first move? That, you know what I mean? What would be like your first?
I mean, I just bang them out, man. I mean, I'm really a boxer, so I like to punch, you know what I mean? So no matter how tall people are, I get in there, just get in and try to mix it up. But I'm pretty good on the ground too, you know. But I like to, I just like knocking motherfuckers out, man. Yeah, man. That's,
I'm saying, like, you know, when someone's coming at you, I'm trying to use this for my own advice. You know what I'm saying? You give me some big guys coming at me. What would be the best move?
no right answer for that. He would have to know the exact situation.
Yeah, not only that, but I would think if it's somebody you feel you couldn't mess with, you gotta attack the vital areas. I mean, it depends on if it's a street or a sport thing.
And I'm talking street.
Big dude, I'm finna go for the eye gouge. You know what I mean? You gotta hurt them where they gonna stop. You know what I mean?
Take away some of them, make them like 50.
Exactly. So where y'all can even up. Yeah. Vitamin water hooked me up, man. They came by my crib. Oh yeah, good looking. Yeah. They came by the house and dropped me off and gave me water one day. So I'm in Pasadena, man, out in Cali. Yeah, from LA, yeah.
That's the LA team.
Yeah.
What's the hardest aspect of fighting to you?
The hardest aspect is the training, man. The fight is like that's the dance, man. Put your dancing shoes on, go to the club. But when you in the gym, that's when all the hard work, you know what I mean, and the repetitiveness. The fight is only 12 minutes, but we train, 2.5 hours a day, sometimes twice a day for the whole week. So, that's the hardest, man, is the actual gym,
Take us through your hardest fight in your mind.
I think my hardest one would have to be my last one. I lost a decision my last fight, and it was tough for me because I was in there fighting with the flu, so I had to get in there and overcome battles when I wasn't 100%. So I was able to last the whole fight. I lost a decision, but it.
Did you think you lost?
Yeah, I did. I know he did more than I did as far as attacking and whatnot. I might have won one round, but I didn't do enough to finish him. You know what I mean? So that was probably my toughest one. But in the same sentence, it built me the most too, because I knew when I was 100%, I would have been a different fight. So I was half the fighter I was.
What percentage did you think you were at?
Man, every round I came back, I wanted to quit. You know what I mean? I was telling my partner, I don't know if I can go, man. But I just fucking, sucked it up and went out there and kept going, And I did it again for the second round and did it again for the third round. And once it was over, I was like, man, I made it through. So, and I still went out on my feet instead of getting knocked out or submitted. So I just took it and it boosted my morale. So, that was definitely my toughest, man. It was my last one against Ryan Schultz.
What fight have you learned the most from? Would it be that fight or?
You learn from each one, man. I can't really pick one that I learned from. I learned from every one. And as you do it, it just get a little bit easier. So this is probably my calmest I done been. This is my 4th fight in the IFL, so it ain't no, all this stuff, press, and it's kind of like you just do it, go in there, you get all the work in the gym. So, just get in there and don't make no mistakes, and you can win. You'll win if you don't make no mistakes.
For some of the young kids watching that want to be you one day, what's the first piece of advice you would give them?
Being a professional fighter, man, the first piece of advice I would say, make sure they take wrestling up in high school, you know what I mean? Because that's the platform to this whole sport. Go join a good boxing club, because you gotta have hands. And beyond that, just cover all the areas that this game entails. Go work on jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, get into more of the intricate stuff, but build your platform first, wrestling and boxing. You gotta have those 2 things down first, and then go from there.
How do you feel about the progression of MMA? When it first came to the U.S., it was quote-unquote what style is better, and now it's progressed into where if you don't know everything, you pretty much are extinct. Do you agree, disagree? How do you feel about that?
I mean, like with anything, it's always progression, you know what I mean? We have people that ride dirt bikes, now they like doing backflips on them, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like anything,
720.
So ain't no telling where this is gonna go. I feel right now it's growing at a pace that's definitely, you know, top notch. You know what I'm saying? This is not your father's sport. This is like an extreme sport. This is for like the 18 to 34-year-old. You know what I mean? So I feel good about the way it's progressed thus far. You know, and I think it's only going to get better. You know, the fight's going to get a lot more, you know, intense, and a lot of younger guys are going to start coming up wanting to be fighters. So.
Well, with what you just said, one thing I've noticed by running all over the place filming, 10 years ago, I saw a lot of taekwondo, a lot of karate schools. A few guys were rolling around, not even necessarily jiu-jitsu, more of a wrestling base. But now, when you go into schools, you see little kids 4 and 5 years old training MMA.
Yeah, so, learning how to knee, kick, and elbow.
Yeah,
you know
like growing up, we watched Michael Jordan, but then the kids under us watch Allen Iverson, and we can't dribble like they can. So how are you going to prepare yourself for the future of this game?
I mean, I'm going to prepare myself by making a name, you know what I mean, for myself. And beyond that point, make sure that I'm a person that's well respected in the sport, because you can't fight forever. And, you know, I'm just going to have my hand in this game somewhere else. When I can't fight, I'll probably be doing some managing or promoting or running a show, something that's going to be tied in with this, bringing up some kids, bringing up some of those kids that I know are going to be that next elite level of the athletes that's going to be in this sport. So, you know, that's where I'll be at it. I'm not really worried about trying to keep my game up and keep up with the dudes that's coming up being hard, you know, and all that. That ain't what I'm about. I'm about right now, and right now I'm doing it, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm worried about, is the now, and later on I'll just worry about whatever place I can fit in and find my niche when that time comes. Savant Young, I'm the lightweight for the International Fight League's Tokyo Sabres. I have a overall record of 11-5, and I have a 2-1 record in the International Fight League, and we'll be fighting on August the 2nd. So watch out for us.